hunting, fishing, loving every day. That's the prayer that a country boy prays. Thank God he made me this way, hunting and fishing and loving every day. Early in the morning, late in the evening, I'm getting ready to reach.
What is up, guys? This is Rick from Hunting and Fishing Life. Just got off work again, and today we're gonna make homemade pumpkin pie from scratch. I'm gonna show you what you're gonna need, guys. 1 pie pumpkin. Yeah, it looks fake. It'll be alright. You're gonna need a blender, a mixer, a bowl to put your scraps in, a pot to boil your pumpkin, a scooper. You can use a scooper or a spoon, either one. A nice sharp knife to cut the pumpkin. I use a fillet knife to fillet off the skin. You're going to need vanilla extract, pumpkin spice, ground cinnamon, 1 can of evaporated milk, sugar, measuring utensils, and a measuring cup. This right here is a homemade pumpkin pie from scratch using a pumpkin. And later I'll upload another video on how to make pumpkin brownies. This is gonna get good, guys. Stick around. Alright, guys. If I can get my camera to sit up right. Alright. First off, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the top off the pumpkin. This is going to be the base when it comes to cutting the pumpkin in half. Go straight down the center, cut down one side, come back over, cut down the other side. Comes right out. Then you're going to take your scooper, spoon, whatever you got. You're going to scrape out all the seeds and all the membrane inside the pumpkin. You want to do this until there's hardly no strings left. And this is a very stringy pumpkin. Because you're not going to get all of it, but you can get most of it out. So it looks like that. Now we'll do the other side. Just cut in there. Break all the seeds out. In all the videos you see of how to make a pumpkin pie, they tell you, oh, you can keep the seeds and bake them, which you can. But I guess I'm a retard or something because I don't like baked pumpkin seeds. But I love pumpkin pie, pumpkin brownies, and every once in a while I'll have a pumpkin cocktail. But this is how you do it, guys.
Daddy,
Yes, baby.
what are you making?
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
I love pumpkin pie.
Yes, you do.
Pumpkin
Don't mess with the phone, Brooklyn. No, ma'am. Brooklyn Grace. Told you to leave it alone, didn't I? Don't touch it. Alright, guys. There's the two halves. And what you're going to do is, I've only got two hands, so I'm going to do this with a snap of a finger. You cut slices in the pumpkin.
Okay, Mama.
On both sides.
Okay,
You cut
Daddy.
pumpkin slices. And all this stuff, you can trash it, you can keep the seeds, you can do whatever you want to with it. But check this out, guys.
What seed?
Here it is, guys. That's what you're looking for. You slice them up, thin slices, and now I'm going to show you how to peel them. It's just like doing a watermelon. Just take your knife and go right down the rind, just like that. You can cut all this stuff off, just like that. Make sure you get all the rind off. And then take it, cut it up in cubes, and drop it in your pot. Now, I'm going to do it again. This will be done in a snap of a finger. There it is, guys. Here's what you do. I've already said, I forgot to tell you, I've already preheated my oven to 425 degrees. We're going to do this on about a medium-high heat. My oven says 8. I put it in between 7 and 8. Now, I've got some ground cloves that I'm just going to sprinkle in here. Now, this being a fall season, it really doesn't season the pumpkin, but it makes your house smell wonderful. And also some ground cinnamon. Just sprinkle some of that in there. And we're gonna mix this up. And guys, usually I made a couple the other day. Usually one pumpkin will make 2 pies. And what you want to do is you want to let this boil for about 15-20 minutes until you can take your hand, your 2 fingers together, and just smush it. And once this gets done boiling, I'll show you what we do next, guys. Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. It's been about 20 minutes. As you can see, they're starting to sink to the bottom. Now we're going to strain them. Hold on one second, guys. Alright, guys, there it is. I'm going to let it sit there and drain for about 2 or 3 minutes. Let it get all the water out of it. And let it cool down just a little bit. And then I'm going to put it in the mixer. We're going to mix it up. And then to puree it, we're going to put it in the blender. Stick around, guys. Guys, I just put it in the blender. I mean, the mixer. Make sure you lock your mixer and turn it on low. And let that mix up until it looks like it has pureed. Stay right here with you until it does. When you puree it, you can see it looks a little stringy down in there. When you puree it in the blender, all that stringy stuff will go away. And once we puree it, then we'll put it back in the mixer and mix in all our ingredients. Guys, it's all done puree and mixing up. So what we're going to do to make it a little liquidy is we're going to go ahead and add our evaporated milk. And let that mix in real nice. And then we'll pour it in the blender and puree it. Alright. That should be good.
Done?
No, it's not done yet, baby.
This is done.
Alright, guys. I'll pour this right in here. Let all that drain in. Alright. When I I was a kid, I did not know what a lid was for. But guys, what you do is, I like to, see, mine don't have a puree setting on it. So what I do is I put it on low and I'll hit blend. And let all that blend up really nice for about a minute. Alright guys, that's done pureeing, and it is a beautiful creamy orange. So we're going to pour this back in here. And before we do that, I'm going to rinse this off. That way it's not getting any more pulp in our mixture. Slide this back on here. Alright guys, here's what we're going to do. I just made my youngin' mad, but she'll be okay. Turn this on low. We're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. Add all that in there. We're going to add 3 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. And then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. One teaspoon of vanilla extract. And let that mix up. Guys, the last thing we're going to mix in is 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Now, pumpkin spice has cinnamon in it. But from previous experience, I have used pumpkin spice and it did not have enough flavor. Hold on, baby. So you add 1 extra teaspoon of cinnamon and it'll be perfect. Now, I'm not a chef by no means. I use frozen pie crust, but any type of pie crust will work. Graham cracker crust, non-frozen crust, or homemade crust, either one of them will work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pour them in the pie crust, and then we're going to put them in the oven. Alright. Now some pumpkins, when you use pumpkin, some of them may leave a little bit extra. I made 2 the other day, and I left a little bit extra in the bowl. But this is what it looks like before, guys. This is 2 homemade, from scratch pumpkin pies. We're gonna put these in the oven at 420 degrees or 425 degrees for 15 minutes. Alright guys, we have 1 minute left of the 15 minutes, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Normally you would take the pies out of the oven, but I'm not going to do that. Leave your oven open for about 10 minutes and let it cool down. I'm going to go ahead and shut this timer off. And what we're going to do is we're going to reset to 350 degrees. We're gonna let the oven cool down some. These pies already look beautiful. You can tell they're starting to plump up a little bit. But guys, let your oven cool down some and then reset to 350 degrees for 45 minutes. Once that is done, once the 45 minutes is up, you can go ahead, take them out, place them on your cooling rack, and that will be your pies. Guys, my oven is cooled down to 350 degrees. I just set my timer for 45 minutes. Once that 45 minutes is up, your pies are done. Set them on a cooling rack, set them on your stove, set them on something. Let them cool down for at least 2 hours. After the 2 hours, you can go ahead and eat them. You can freeze them. Send them to your friends, send them to your parents, whatever. But guys, I've bought store-bought pies. I've bought cans of pumpkin pie mix to make my own pies. This year is the first year I've actually used an actual pumpkin. And as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 more pies, or 3 more pumpkins that I'm going to make stuff of. Later on this afternoon or tomorrow, I'm going to be uploading a video on how to make pumpkin pie brownies. And then I might do a video on how to do pumpkin muffins. And this afternoon, I don't know if this video will upload before the next, I'm going to make, I have my steaks already thawing out in Ziploc bags. I'm going to make New York strip egg rolls. It's going to be amazing. Hang around, guys. Like and subscribe to this video. And guys, be ready, because tomorrow afternoon between 6 and 7 p.m. I am doing the mystery tackle box giveaway. If you have not liked and subscribed and put your comment in the link below what you think is in the mystery tackle box, go ahead and do it now. If you do not have that done, you do not have a chance to win. And I want everybody to have a chance to win this mystery tackle box. Guys, it has been 2 hours and 30 minutes since I took my pies out of the oven. Unfortunately, somebody got underneath my feet when I was trying to take the pies out of the oven, and I dropped one of them on the floor. It's alright. I let Tank, my pit boxer mix, I let him in. He's my garbage disposal. He cleaned it all up for me. It'll be alright. But guys, this is what the finished product looks like. A beautiful, homemade, from scratch pumpkin pie. Like and subscribe this video. Guys, we're gone.